Hey guys, this is Rob with Lukat again. Lukat Fix It, it's not a wax. A lot of people call me up because they got problems like this. If you look at this hood right here, it's all oxidized. Like here the Clearcoat's still intact, but back here it's starting to erode and peel. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do this section here. We're going to bring it out like this over here. And it's not going to make it perfect, but it'll look a lot better. It'll have a more consistent uniform shine and stuff. So I got two products that I use. Lukat Fix It is a cleaner but not a cutter. So I'm going to be able to effectively remove the oxidation on the Clearcoat and the Basecoat. The wax right here is a conditioning wax. It's very important because the exposed Basecoat that's right here will flatten out if you use a different kind of wax. If you use this one though, it'll hold the shine. It'll keep the refraction or the reflection. Now first what I'm going to do, this is just a regular sponge with that rough side. And this Clearcoat's already flaking off. See that? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. Okay, I want to get that off. You got to be real careful when you sand, because if you sand this stuff down with a sander, you're going to fisheye the Basecoat that's underneath or just go right through the good clear. So all I'm concerned with right now is cleaning. Look at that. That looks beautiful. So all I did, and I say beautiful because I know what's happening. Now I'm going to use this little tool. All it is a utility blade tool. I just sliced the stick with the sharp end, put the fat end in, and then I taped it up. And now when you do this, you got to be careful not to scratch the paint. It's super important because you want to do as little damage as you can. And I'm just going to push on this. I'm not really worried about scratching it because it's pretty flat right here. When you get to those angles on your paint job where it's like curved, the hood is curved, then you don't want to do this. You can get different size utility blades. I usually use one that's smaller. I just can't find it. And this one right here, I just go like this. Now check that out. It's just, all I'm doing is these little parts right here, they're already flaking. And you don't have to remove it all. Remember, the objective here is to beautify it, bring it out. We're not gonna make it look brand new again, but it's gonna look a lot better. We'll be able to create a nice shine so that when you drive in the parking lot, you pull up somewhere, people are not gonna notice the hood, unless if you start bringing it up and pointing it out. Which I do a lot because this is what I do. Okay. So, okay, let's see. Sometimes there'll be big pieces that'll just flake off. You want those to flake off or come off when you use the blade. Well, like this one right here, you don't want that one there. Just let go. Okay, so you can do this repeatedly, patiently remove this whole white little island that sticks out right here. But for the sake of time, you kind of understand what I'm doing. The other thing I'm going to do right now is sand it just a little bit, not a lot. Now when you wet sand, I'm using 1,000 grit. If you don't know what you're doing, start with really like 2,000 grit. I'm just going to do these little pockets right here where the little blisters are, because it's just going to reduce them some. I'm going to use water because it just, I guess, reduces the friction. I don't know. It just comes out better. Okay, now when you're like that little island, I got to be careful not to fisheye the Basecoat. So I try to stay off the Basecoat because the Basecoat will polish out good with the other wax, the Lukat Fix It. So here I'm just going up and down. Voila. It's easy to do it, and you know what? I forgot to mention, the reason why I do them in sections like this is because it's a heck of a lot easier. Plus you can see what you're really doing. It just comes out much better. Okay, it's about as good as I'm gonna get it like that. So now, get the towel, go over it, voila. So this, I'm gonna polish this first. This is the Clearcoat here, so you won't see no color coming off. When I get on this side, I'm gonna polish it, and I'm gonna use the Lukat Fix It. You want to use Lukat Fix It because it doesn't cut like a regular cutter. What I mean by that is like regular rubbing compounds are harsh. Most polishes now are designed to be used with machines. You can do this with the machine, but you can do it by hand too. So it's fairly easy to do. So it's called Lukat Fix It. I'm gonna put some on right here, right now. I always tell everybody, use a generous amount, take your time. And again, the area that I'm cleaning is the area that needs to be cleaned, but it's Clearcoat. So I'm gonna start with the Clearcoat first, then I'll work my way to the base coat. So all I'm doing is going back and forth. Oh, that's the other thing, it's not a wax, guys. So when you use this, do not use it like a wax. Go back and forth, clean the same spot, because it permeates into the striations, the micro cracks, breaks up all the contaminants. This way you're not stripping or sanding down the clear. All I'm doing is cleaning. So you don't see no color coming off, again, because we're working on the clear. So if you guys want to use a machine, go ahead and use a machine, it's fine. But if you do it like this, you can do it in sections. And with the machine, you always got to be careful that you don't, go right through. And again, this is a better product to use for cleaning as opposed to masking the paint. Here's just going to clean it. Look how beautiful it's coming out. Nice thing about this product is that you don't have to use it repeatedly. You're going to use it once over a period of time. And if you use the wax keeps your clear coat in a beautiful, beautiful state. I'm going in all kinds of directions here. Now when I clean with this, I got a lot of confidence that it's not gonna fisheye or burnish the paint. And if I do it, clean it really well, I won't have to be doing it later on. Just get it all done. Again, you can use a little machine, a DA. It's much quicker, but I do my demos like this because a lot of my customers, they don't have the machines. And you can do it by hand, do it in sections over a period of time. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm gonna start hitting the base coat. You'll note that when I was using the towel, very little base coat's coming up. That's just the edges, but most of the clear coat, when you hit the clear coat, you're not removing it, you're cleaning it. Now, the towel, when I do the base coat, I'm not worried about fisheyeing it because this doesn't cut like a regular cutter. It's just a cleaner, but it cleans so well, so easily. See what I mean? Polish out that old base coat, bring it out. Go back and forth, don't do the circles, there's no wax in here. And we are gonna wax it afterwards, but I got a special kind of wax we're gonna use. This is just, and I should have mentioned that too, it is a two-step process. We're gonna clean it first, then we're gonna wax it with something special, and I'll show you why. So again, all I did right now was cleaned it. That's the old contaminated paint, oxidized paint. Look at it now. Okay, so this is 10 times better than this over here. Now the wax I'm going to use right now is called EZ Wax. It's a carnauba polymer, copolymer kind of wax. It's the kind of wax that you use to maintain the state of your paint job. You go like this, and this wax right here is a cleaner as well. But it's a light cleaner, but it's got carnauba. That's what settles on top, produces a shine. But it's designed to keep your clear coat as clean as possible. You can use it in tandem with other waxes for high gloss. Think of this as a priming wax that'll bring your paint job back to its original state. Use the Lukat Fix It to remove all that buildup, and then use the wax right here to seal it and protect it. Now, when this dries up, you got more refraction. So it looks beautiful. So you compare what you see here with this over here. And I don't know how long we're in, but that didn't take too long. And if you look carefully, you're going to be able to spot the obvious right here. But from a distance, you're not going to see it. And that's the whole point. Lukat Fix It. You can beautify your paint, make it look better. Takes a few minutes. To do this hood completely could probably take about 20 minutes to 60 minutes depending. Remember, you're not cutting, you're cleaning. And, you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, if you have questions, I invite you to call me. It's 505-304-8652. My name is Rob. Call us up, ask me questions. If you think you can do it, go for it. You can use this on headlight lenses, windows, and all that stuff. But the point is, I mean, I'd rather have my paint job look like this than this. Paint jobs are expensive nowadays. If your Clearcoat is hazy, right now on the hood, roof, and trunk, but the sides look good, and it looks good when it's white, just like right there. That's just water I put on there. Then that means that the Clearcoat is still good. You can bring it back. You want to use this. If you don't clean this, it'll gravitate to this. And now this is more complicated to fix. So, you know, Lukat Fix It. Have any questions, call me. Get your kit today. Join us in the fight against ugly paint job pollutions. Later, guys.